I'm Scott Reed here with Giovanni Intini.
Hi, Scott.
With Al Rashid here from Yamaya Games, here at Essen 2012 with Board Game Geek. So Giovanni, tell us about tell us about Al Rashid.
Okay, so what is a Rashid? Rashid is a worker placement slash area majority game.
Okay.
It's a game for gamers. It's an ambitious game about the life at the court of Harun al-Rashid. Who was Harun al-Rashid? Harun al-Rashid was the greatest caliph ever known. During his reign, prosperity was in all areas of life: politics, trade, law, everything, culture. The player is the head of one important family, with nobles, with pashas, merchants, and the smaller but not less important sage, the wise people that counsel families about all matters. During the game, the players try to exercise their influence at the court of Rashid. And to do this, they trade over the land for wares, important wares like spice, silk, but also less important wares like wood, iron, and pottery, like artisan things. Okay?
Yeah.
They trade these wares for gold and use this gold, these wares, to gain titles. They can have a diplomat in their family, or a banker, or a trader, or whatever they think is good for them. We introduced a big change, like a new thing about games. The winner is the winner with most points.
Okay.
And we call them prestige points.
Prestige points. I've never heard of these prestige points.
These are really points that you gain by doing what families do. So how does the game work? The game lasts 5 turns. Each turn is split into phases: placement phase and resolution phase. The placement phase is where, in turn order, each family will place one of their pawns on the board. Okay? So it's my turn. I can choose to place one of my workers or family members on the board. Now, each worker has a different influence value.
Yes.
So the smaller sage
one
is one influence. The merchant is 3 influence, and the pasha, the most important, is 5 influence. Okay. So it's my turn. I decide to place one worker of whatever type I want. I start with 1-1-1, but I can grow my family during the game. Wherever I want, in the palace areas or the land. In lands, I gain resources.
Right.
In palace areas, I can have 3 different effects for each palace. We'll see them afterwards. Okay? So let's say I place this, the merchant plays this, and then the blue player decides to place his pasha here.
Yeah.
Now, how does area majority works? I have placed a sage. I am the first now. Okay. If you place your sage, you're second here. But if I place more influence, I am dominating this zone.
Right.
So I will be the first player resolving it.
Yeah.
The first 3 players each gain an effect. Like the first player is the biggest one, but second player and the third player gains more effects.
Yes.
The 4th and 5th player gain nothing at the difference. When it's my turn again, I can improve my influence. So I can place my pasha here and gain something out of mar interno, but I can place a pasha here and be first here. Okay.
Right.
I can also go in different order. For example, I place this, I place this, you place this, and then you can place this one afterwards, or you can place this one and then a sage under it. Okay.
Right.
You can't place merchants and pashas in the same zone.
Merchants and pashas have to be in different areas.
And that's why these guys are so small.
Exactly. That's the merchants and pashas stand on top of the sages.
There's a little trick here. The tallest one wins. If you don't want to remember.
Oh, nice.
How it works. So they made so you can.
Right. So if you,
one top the other.
Three pashas and a merchant.
Actually, slightly taller than a pasha.
Is slightly taller.
Yeah. See. Okay.
Nice.
So let's say we have placed everything somewhere, and it's now resolution phase, okay? How does resolution work? In turn order, players will choose one part of the map or of the palace to resolve.
Okay.
I can choose some place where I'm not.
Right.
This is important because this, for example, I can choose. Okay, I'll tell you how this works first. So I choose to resolve one place. The first player in a land can choose to gain all the resources or all the wares of one type, or 3 different wares, or 2 or 3 wares of any type you want.
Right.
So I can get all the metal here,
Right.
or I can get 2 metals and a wood,
Right.
or 1 on 1. I can also get, instead of the ware, credit note. Credit note is worth 3 gold when I try and buy titles from the guild. Second player gets to pick 2. Third player gets to pick just 1. Fourth and fifth gain nothing.
Okay.
This is important because there are 2 resources, spices and silk, that are very rare to find. You can find only in 3 places on the map.
Right.
For spice, for silk, and
for spice, yes.
So they're worth more because when you try and trade wares for gold, one ware is worth 1 gold, 2 different wares, 3 gold, 3 different wares, 6, then 10, and then 15 gold. So you want the whole set to gain the maximum amount of gold out of your resources. When I resolve a palace, I can gain I can get 3 effects of palace. The effects are of the same type. There's a small effect called the Guild Leader Feather. This is the one below. They cost very little, and they are used for gaining little advantages in the game.
Sure.
Then there is the 2 big effects. The first one is each palace allows you to buy 1 title. Title has different effects that impact the game. The strategies gives you +1 on all your mercenaries that I have explained in the world. The banker allows you to trade credit notes for 5 instead of 3. The trader allows you to switch one of your resources for the 2 other basic resources. So each one has a big impact on the game.
Sure.
On the politics, you gain like the finishing moves. These are titles that give you lots of points for 15 gold. And here, on the Palace of Rashid, you can gain titles that give you small, one-shot, but interesting advantages.
Yeah.
The second important effect is changes for each guild. The 3 principal guilds allow you to gain more sages, more merchants, and more pashas.
Yeah.
You can have at most 3 pashas, 4 merchants, and 6 sages.
Yeah.
So in 5 turns, you have to try and get the most you can of the family members, because these become more actions during the game.
Sure.
But they are also worth points at the end of the game.
Okay.
So you want a big family for points too. The Intrigue Guild is about moving stuff around. You can move places from one land to another before they resolve. So you can trick your opponents by building influence at the last time. The Military Guild allows you to fight war. Because one thing I didn't tell you is that at the beginning of each round, you turn 1 crisis card and mercenaries appear on the board in certain places. So for example, if you wanna be here and get spies, you have to win the war against the mercenaries by using your own mercenaries.
Okay.
So this is pirates, this is warlords. If you have some mercenaries, you start with 1 mercenary, but you can gain more by going here. You have to beat this. So if I want to resolve this, I have to play at least 3 here and 4 here.
Okay.
Mercenaries go from 2 to 4.
Okay.
I have to pay 4 here because I don't beat 2 with 2.
Right.
And I have to pay 6 here. So I use all of my mercenary tiles to win here. If you're in a place when there's a war and you can't fight, you have 2 choices. The first one is discarding a mercenary and be done with it. Now, the second player will need to fight the war in your place. If the second player can't fight either, it's the same. If you don't fight, you gain dishonor. That's bad because you went there and you were dishonored. So you get -2 points. -2 points is a lot in the game because you usually end between 30 and 40 points. So -2 is a lot.
Okay.
If you go here and you can't pay for 1 major effect, you get 1 dishonor total. You can go and talk to the vizier without a reason, okay?
Right.
So you get we said war, intrigue. How does the Rashid work? This is Rashid. Okay, this is the Caliph. You can't go there with anyone. You will have to put a Pasha in there. Okay. The first player becomes first. Okay.
Okay.
This is immediate. So if you were resolving, let's say he plays a green Pasha on Rashid.
Yeah.
If you resolve it, you call Rashid, you become first. The round is over, and then you keep. It's your turn again to resolve. Okay?
Right.
So why is it important that you can resolve certain areas that are not your areas? Because, for example, if I was going here and I wanted to pay 11, but I still don't have it because I hope to gain some resources first, I can call that. I don't have 11, and I get dishonored. Okay.
Right.
That's bad. So this is the game. The rules are quite simple. It's about placing and resolving. What gives depth to the game is all the different combination of titles you can get. They give you resources, they give you advantages during war, they give you trickery, they give you points. And the interaction between players. The way placing last sometimes allows you to place more influence at the last time and gaining majority or something. Or you can use intrigue for, like, let's say I was here and blue was here. I resolved the spy, the intrigue. So you can, for example, interact using the intrigue guild.
Yeah.
For example, I can fight the war, and blue plays here, hoping to get some advantage out of my war.
Right.
At the last second, I resolve this and move this over here, for example.
Right. And now blue is in the in the line of
yeah,
fire.
He's in a lot of problem now because either he has something to discard. He has to discard 2 here.
Right.
Or he does because he gets -4.
Right.
This is a game, it lasts 5 turns. It's for 2 to 5 people. And I'd say the average playing time is around half hour per person.
Okay.
It gets better with time, unless you have slow players in the group.
So between 60 minutes to 150 minutes for a full complement of 5.
We tested the game thoroughly from 2 to 5 players. And obviously, in our opinion, all good games have this aspect where the game changes radically when the number of people changes. So the 2-player game is about trying to kill each other with moves.
Right.
The 5-player is about trying to get the most you can.
Right.
And try not to be the 4th or 5th. Because
because that's wasted effort.
Yeah,
it's a piece you could have put someplace else. I understand.
The politics titles reward different strategies. These are for specializing. So if you have lots of pashas, you get the title gives you 5 points at the end of the game for if you have the 3 pashas. If you have lots of sages, because the title gives you 7 points if you have all the sages available.
Wonderful. Well, this looks fantastic. I read over the rules on the way over here, and I look very much forward to playing this.
We really put a lot of effort in the way it looks and feels.
Yeah, I did notice the use of the typography, the fonts on things, and
all the
icons.
pieces were custom made for the game.
Very nice.
We're quite happy with the result.
Excellent. Well, Giovanni, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I greatly appreciate it.